All right. So what about like any objections, like that people might think that they don't need managed services where they really do? Is there any concerns that like people typically share that we're able to help with?
I would say that, to go off what I just said, was we're in the cloud. Do we still need this? Especially when it comes to backups, restores, just overall maintenance and performance. I think fast cloud hardware is great. We don't need a performance tune. Or we have our cloud backups, but little do they know those cloud backups can take up to several hours to restore. We worked with one client to switch, kind of have a multi-backup strategy where we could restore it in minutes rather than do a full restore of the entire instance in like an hour and a half. So that if they did do that accidental dev table truncate, we can restore it quickly rather than how to restore and then move stuff over and fix it.
Yep. Another concern that we come across is, isn't this expensive? And I think the way our pricing works, because it's based off the number of servers, it can be very cost effective. And looking at what we're doing, even if you've got a dozen SQL servers, our cost is still less than the cost of hiring a full-time experienced DBA for a year. So, and when you look at that, what we always like to look at is what is the cost of downtime? And that's really hard to measure, but how much are you really saving if you have us taking care of your servers and your downtime goes from 2 days a year down to maybe 10 minutes a year?
Yeah, we also we generally counter that as well with, like we said earlier, was we get things running so smoothly that you can remove cores from your SQL Server license or remove cores from your Azure instance or your RDS instance. Like, we generally bring monthly savings a few months in, just in performance overhead.
And then the other thing we hear is, will we lose control? I don't know. That's one of those that, like, we are there as an extension of your team. It's not like we're taking this away from you. We're taking the work, we're taking the heavy lifting, we're taking the pain away from you, but we're not taking your SQL Server away. And you'll still have all the access to what you need. You'll have access to us to help as needed, but you'll probably, I mean, most people several months to a year into managed services, they probably have more control because they know what to ask us, and we've trained them on how to do things correctly. So, yeah.
I mean, that you brought up earlier, we're not hidden DBAs, or we don't put up a wall and say, oh, we fixed that. We're not going to tell you how we fixed it. We're very, very clear on any change that's being made to your SQL Server for improvements. We're not doing anything behind the scenes that you're not going to know.
Thanks for watching. I'm Steve, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you like it, please click the thumbs up icon. And if you want to subscribe, click subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon to get notified when we have new videos. All right, have a great day.